I knew you were leaving soon. Take care. Don't lose your life.
I'm off. See you later.
Why do you look like that? What's happening? Is it bad? The little Furbos and I will be here waiting to hear the story of how you claimed victory over Asat Pramad. Don't forget.
Boss, you absolutely must win! We'll be waiting to shoot your victory cover! I've already sent out the press release. Just waiting to fill in the time and location of the victory. Oh, winner, winner! Boss is definitely winning!
The young woman's eyes burn with fiery determination, for the path she is to traverse soon leads straight into the eye of the storm.
Off to save the world again, Nameless? Be sure to return in one piece. Don't you worry, not even a rat will be able to find a way in here. You focus on destroying that dice-headed scum's lair. Go on. I'll take care of everything here.
Are you ready? Before we set off, there's something I'd like you to keep safe from me. Please, hold on to my strategy pouch. Open it when you are in need of the hunt. Our future destinies. Remember when we were at SparksyCon and you saw the wheel and woe lots hanging over me?
I remember. But you commanded me not to tell you what they said.
I'd like you to keep your eyes on me as much as possible. 30 years ago, I used the Decalite Reflection Barrier to divine the tides of battle for the Fonghu. But, in a moment of blind arrogance, I turned my back on what destiny had revealed, and dared to wield the Rainbow Spiritus to twist the very threads of causality. But karma was on the way to punish me. That day, I became entangled with the barrier at a single point, left to drift endlessly through time and space. A healer named this unusual condition temporal dislocation. Put simply, there's always a chance that I could suddenly disappear at any moment. If I'm not observed for even a second, I may disappear. I restrain myself with the Nexus Sapientiae, forged by the Yuchue Artisanship Commission. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We can't afford a single mistake in this operation. You must keep an eye on me always, no matter the fate that I'm anchored to. I had already decided my fate when I set foot in this world. You are only a witness, not the one wielding the blade. Let's eliminate all of Asat Hermad's possibilities.
You must get past it if you want to reach that tower.
Fret not, I will protect you.
Nicole and another. Oh no.
Never fight fate. Because it fights back. Asat Hermad, your elation is just breathing. That thing over there. What is that?
I've seen it at Star Rail Fest. Likely a device that collects people's wish power.
She has courageously challenged an ancient Leviathan of the Dark Age. And her chosen weapon is a standard Planarcadian ambience prop. As I said, she is peak entertainment. At last, the long-awaited prey. Monster versus protagonist.
I'm sick of this guy's trifling gimmicks. Keep it together. Remember our plan. We're here. Get ready, Sunday.
Careful. Asat Pramod just appeared above you.
Smart of you to lead a Xianzhou general to her death. How honorable and entertaining it would be to challenge the Demon Lord and save the world alone. But yes, two is better than one. Still, I was not expecting a diviner. To think I should have the honor of meeting the divine foresight, Bane of Ventilia. What can she do for you? Reveal your victory odds? Predict your weal and woe? Whatever she divines, I will block its path. What will you do now?
Then I, a diviner that never grants an audience to anyone, will teach you a lesson. Asat Pramod, a general and a diviner have completely different duties. A general breaks formations from behind, and a diviner destroys them from the front. And did you say you will block every path I divine? Sorry, but creating paths where there are none is the expertise of trailblazers. Now, shall I read your fortune? See your myriad possibilities condense until eventually only one remains. Defeat. The rainbow surveys the heavens, perceiving 1,000 forms. Across the meridians of destiny, the Jade Abacus reveals its script. The celestial eye opens and shuts as calamity and fortune reveal themselves.
I see it.
So this insight is what the Eye of the Hunt has to offer.
Good. I see it too. Asat Pramod, your fate is sealed.
What a brilliant reversal! Now, this is the resistance I have been looking for. Exhausting all possibilities. Plotting every scheme. Just hurling everything at me. In short, elation! How unfortunate that this coming perfect apocalypse will not be seen by you, General Yao Guang. I see the rope that tethered your existence here has snapped. I do not believe we will meet again in this lifetime.
I have nothing left to give. Ishvara, please, take Asat Pramod to his fated defeat.
General!
Pity. You were so close. She put her life on the line for you to have this sliver of a chance. Just like Himiko. Don't let their sacrifices come to nothing. You know, protagonist, it's actually heartbreaking that those clones are gone. But she did deliver you here to me. It's time for a veteran navigator to point the way forward for you.
The Phantasmoon courtyard?
A terrifying enemy is near, but you stand alone, helpless. How often have you been in such a predicament, protagonist? This is how trailblazing expeditions always end, no? Don't worry. As the former navigator myself, I may provide you with some instruction. Just as Akivili instructed me, and I instructed Falcon Amundsen. Perhaps instruction is too formal a word. Young people these days can't stand such formality. How about we make it a bit friendlier? You quiz me instead. Next, you can ask me questions. 8 of them. About me. About Aha. About Akivili. About the future of the cosmos. About you, even. I'll answer anything you ask. Because once 8 questions are done, you're dead. Did you forget? We are the only 2 supplicants with a chance of winning the Phantasmal Games. Because the die happened to land on 8. Because there are 8 supplicants in the games. Or perhaps because we first met in Amphorius. Another 8! You're not interested in stories and secrets? That's unfortunate. Of course, this universe also has a button reserved for you. But let me remind you, this is the last time we will speak so openly.
Is this guy actually serious? Himiko hasn't escaped yet. And there's no news from the Express. I should try to delay him for as long as possible, if we want to have any chance of winning. Why would I believe a Lord Ravager?
Looks like you're not so opposed to my offer either. How about we add a wild card to this boring trivia game then? Give your answers to the die you're holding. Roll the die. If your roll is a critical success, you get to uncover my deepest secret. I will answer every question, even if it works against me. I'll share a candid truth, though it won't necessarily be the whole truth. I still answer, but only in half-truths. It shouldn't pose any problem for our protagonist. You can effortlessly distinguish truth from deception. Oh. Did General Yao Guang bind me just now? You should really trust her strength. Besides, it's been a long time since I've just offered myself up to the chessboard of fate. How exciting to have every outcome based on pure probability. And now, let's get started.
What do I ask?
Right now, among infinite possibilities, countless versions of you are asking me endless questions. Not strange at all. Faced with fate and the universe, people have endless questions. It's asking and answering that make us who we are. Don't hold back. Go ahead and ask your most pressing question right now.
Why were so many people calling me Akivili along the way?
Because the path you walk is the same one they once walked. The Astral Express, the path of Trailblaze, your determination to connect the worlds. None of these are coincidences. You are a successor in a way, carrying an essence similar to theirs. And so people see a familiar starlight in you. This is the reason I think that Himiko thinks so highly of you. 7 questions left.
I once met my other self in Amphoreus. Who was that?
Oh, this is a most interesting discovery. Might you also possess the gift of grasping possibility? Unfortunately, even I do not know the answer to that question. It's beyond what I can see and understand at present. To make amends, this question won't count against you. 7 questions left.
Someone said there are 4 paths that will bring the apocalypse to the universe. Destruction, harmony, and nihility. What is the last remaining path?
Your questions would leave even Noose completely stumped. But I will answer them, even though I can only offer my humble opinion. Up to you if you believe me or not. Now, roll the die. I believe the 4th path that brings the apocalypse is the Elation. Once, Elation was a dutiful and committed god. They scattered the seeds of chance, carving sharp turns of fate across the universe. They even made a reward of their own face, bestowing it upon those who passed their trials, and delighted in goading other gods to join the hunt for the most terrifying, supreme beings. Unfortunately, nothing resists the incineration of time. No matter how long the comedy lasts, all will eventually return to silence. But before the deathly silence, the Elation will become something even more terrifying. I saw how truly fatigued they are. The Elation is being swallowed by their own endless mirth. They will slide towards an even more terrifying extreme. Not to stop Elation, but to drag all things into an eternal, meaningless, and unreasonable farce of chaos. And that will cease to be comedy and become a universe-wide contamination. Upon stepping onto a path and becoming an eon, one is expected to glimpse their own end. Yet the results of paths colliding remain beyond their sight. How do they really feel about exercising the divine authority of Elation? Do they suffer with it? Would they fear this ending? I don't know. If the disciples of a god cannot bring them deliverance before they fall, do they still deserve to be called disciples? So, I boarded the Astral Express and traveled to different worlds, searching for their tracks and gains. Before they fully succumb to corruption and drag all existence into that unspeakable madness, I will grant them the grandest final curtain this is the highest form of reverence I can offer them. You may ask 6 more questions.
Tell me, why do you want to awaken the Veracity Husk?
I awaken the veracity to devour, of course. Even if it's just a fragment sealed in the core of Ahatopia, a husk. The veracity concealed in it will be enough to dim the stars. I don't care who wins this chess game. What I care about is the moment the winner excitedly reaches out a hand to take their trophy, and a star comes alive, opens its abyssal maw, and swallows the chess pieces, players, and the chessboard itself, all to remain in nihility for all eternity. What a sight! Even the rules themselves would be eaten. No matter who Aha pours their power into at the end of the games, no matter their disguise, it is all for nothing against the awakened veracity. They cannot escape this devouring. 5 left now.
How did you fall from being the Astral Express's navigator to becoming a Lord Ravager?
You call it falling, but I see it as sublimation. You've journeyed through Planarcadia. How do you like this world of elation? I don't like it. They spend their time in idle satiety, then peck each other bloody in online arguments over insignificant issues. People never leave their homes, but online they are angry, crying, and cheerful. Their eyes are glued to tragedies unfolding across the cosmos, treating other struggles for life as seasoning for their meals, then turning around to tip the clowns who make them laugh. On the other side of the cosmos, the IPC is bombing the Isthmian Confederation. People huddle in the ruins without a single drop of clean drinking water, trembling as they wait to see whether tomorrow or death comes for them first. In this universe, the contrast between luck and misfortune is too dazzling. Of course not. One does not simply just become a Lord Ravager in an instant. Like Akivili, I once believed that exploring and connecting could create understanding. And understanding could remove division. That the newly discovered worlds could shelter those whose own homes were ravaged by war and hunger. But all your trailblaze does is spread naivete and hope across a land destined to be destroyed. Across the cosmic ocean, all civilizations meet a strikingly similar end. Having climbed to brilliance, they collapse under their own stupidity, avarice, or sheer chance. The path of Akivili only postpones the inevitable, but it cannot change its nature. I walked too far and saw too much. Afterwards, I could not laugh again. Finally, the blemished one showed me another path. Destruction on their path. The gluttonous and the hungry, the brave and the weak. All inequalities come to an equal end. Only when people realize that destruction is imminent do they resist meaningfully and make their existence worth something. The rising sun shines on ice sculptures, melts them as if they were never there, even though humans carved them so beautifully. Yes, from that moment onward, IC died, and Asat Pramad was born. 4 questions left. Keep going.
I'm sure it's nothing to you. But do you mind explaining how to defeat you?
Understandable. I've met a lot of people who love coming at me, yelling their slogans. Hope, justice. But you would rather know all the strategies to beat the devil. Don't worry. My answer won't disappoint you. But of course, you'll have to roll the die first. The way to defeat me is right in front of you. Inside you, in fact. It's the Stellaron. All this time, you've been traveling in a limited and ridiculous human form. You're trapped within a lie called the Trailblaze, dreaming you are a courageous human. You can't defeat me in this state, but if you do what you did against Fullwish, open it to this world, to those cowards trembling in the ruins, to the audience waiting for a hero to save them, the surge of wish power will fully awaken it, and in that moment, you can easily seize your victory. You may still ask me 3 more questions.
Can you tell me the real truth about the Phantasmoon games?
I bet you figured it out long ago, didn't you? Oh! Critical success! Then perhaps I should clear things up a bit more. Across countless generations, the supplicant's wish power has gathered here, coursing through the abundant Elwood into the veins of the path. It soothes the ever-starving husk and keeps it from rising again. People believe the supplicant's miracle was created to please Aha, but this is wrong. People believe the markings around the mask measure how much wish power each supplicant has gathered. But they're wrong. Those markings are telling everyone this. If you want to lull the veracity into sleep, you must fill them. Only when the hunger and thirst of the slumbering beast are satiated with wish power can the beings of Ahatopia struggle on into the next Amber Era. And then Aha will appear to reward this savior by sharing 1 minute of their life. Everyone is envious of the infinite power of the Eons and their eternal life. But who can comprehend their suffering on those paths, bound by their own authority? becoming unfeeling instruments of the law. Even a god as close to humanity as elation for humans. The prize of these games lasts for only a fleeting minute, but for an eon, it's a free and blissful reprieve from the shackles of their path. Do you understand now? The Phantasm Games are a holiday for a god. Only during such a respite can elation, vulnerable and unguarded, be killed. Only 2 questions left.
You said you used to be the Navigator. So, is the Eon of Trailblaze still alive?
They died, slain by their own desire, to transcend origin and end, to surpass the tree of existence, and reach beyond the paths. After all, when the universe has no roads left to walk, then there's only one place left for the Eon of Trailblaze to go to. And so, I witnessed the fall of an Eon. That power that unveiled the stars and traversed space. In the end, it left nothing but an inconsequential point of light at the edge of existence. Final question. Think carefully. What do you want to ask?
There's something I've thought about from the start. Tell me, is Himiko still alive? Do you really have no feelings for your daughter?
Hearing that question is a relief. Pay no mind to the role. I'll be honest with you. Of course Himiko is still alive. At least on the stage I'm meticulously prepared for her. She will play an important role, and is now awaiting her curtain call. Life is like this. One chance journey after another. One win after another. Playing someone's father, becoming someone's friend, and at times, someone's lover. Then, by a twist of fate, I let a girl with no future begin to dream of the stars and of lands yet to be reached. I have never understood why the seeds I planted by chance would always take root in unexpected ways. I never expected them to bear fruit such as Graphia or Himiko. It feels like a curse. Like fate's cruelest mockery of me. Just like that night 15 years ago. I had the chance to crush the Express again, but I hesitated. No to both. I've never fully understood that lapse in judgment. I still ask myself why.
No matter the reason, you caused a huge mess for your colleagues.
A few weeks ago, Himiko returned to her hometown and brought you back with her. That was the moment I finally understood why I didn't shoot down the Express 15 years ago. It had nothing to do with acting as a father or trailblazing, but for a destruction that spanned 15 years. To set her on a journey to gain what was most precious, only to shatter it all in the cruelest way. What truly matters is this. I will have you bring an end to this world, here and now.
It's the most vicious joke I can play on Planarcadia. On myself, and on the fate of the universe. Take a guess. Will this joke amuse Aha?
You want to use my Stellaron?
The worlds the Astral Express deals with. How could they be without a Stellaron? Boom! 15 years ago, during the blood-stained games, all the supplicants died violent deaths. Then, the husk ran out of wish power and grew agitated, craving a blood sacrifice. 15 years later, a hero from the Express shone brightly throughout the games. Her Stellaron overflowing with wish power. The perfect sacrificial piece. All right. Now that I've answered the 8 questions, I now need to... Kids these days. Show some respect and put your phone away when your elder is talking. Huh?
Himeko is right there!
There you are. I see all of you.